Thanks for telling me, TV. Now I feel well informed. You mean well read? Yeah.
Hello people, I'm Yote420 and I think most people have realized that I fucking love book. A breathe, walk, sleep book. Look, my Discord profile is book. I even have a stupid book sticker in my room. But people walk up to me in the streets, yes that has definitely happened, saying,
"Hey, why do you like books so much? There's people like basketball and fanny to love."
And I respond with, "Overrated!" And the families never see them ever again. Well guys, looks like Charles isn't able to join us for dinner tonight. Basically, today we'll go over why Book is my favorite character ever. And with any character analysis video, we'll go over characters' history, future, and improvements. There's also timestamps for every chapter in the video. So, without any further ado, let's go over why Book can be my dictionary. Wait, no, that sounds too sexual. For starters, Book is a female contestant in PFIA, PFP, and Depot. Book is a friendly and outlooking, but she tends to get aggressive as well. I'd say Book is also a bit emotional scene in Depot, but that's debatable. Book first appeared in PFI 14, killing herself. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of something.
But he just kills himself. What?
Anyway, Jack and Sapphire chose her to join PFTI alongside 29 other contestants, but she only got 8 votes. Anyway, in PFTIA, she also did not get enough votes, but thanks to some people being dead, Book joined. And for the first few episodes, she did nothing. But things changed when PFI 4 came out, cause she had one of the most memorable moments for old school PFIA.
So what are we battling for? Dream Island. Dream Island? That sounds like a disease.
She also got pissed off by people calling her red. Bro thinks she's needy. Anyway, for the rest of the episode, Book sits in this suspicious dream cells. Yeah, I wonder what dream. Anyway, in PSI 5, Pin, like the bitches, starts to beef with Book and Ice Cube about her abusing Icy. I don't know what Pin was on about. Anyway, when they get to the clubhouse of awesomeness, Matt kicks them out cause they're alternatives. Later in the episode, Book wants to name the team Freedom, but Benji turns to Free Smart. She doesn't really do all that much in the PFI 5 episode. In PFI 6, Ruby reads Book. And one of the quirky things with Book is every single time she's a different kind of book. Sometimes she is a geography book, while sometimes a dictionary, then a magazine, and then yada yada. Anyway, later in the episode, Book fights weapons, and they end up going to the sky with balloons and falling asleep. In PFI 7, she doesn't do anything because of violence, gelatin stealing the spotlight. And PFI 7 was the first modern PFI episode where she was up for elimination. Luckily in PFI 8 she is safe and she makes Really Smart win by helping Ice Cube with her strategy. And don't worry, I'll get to her and Ice Cube soon enough. In PFI 9, Book gets skipped by Puff Puff Speakerbox for taking off her blindfold after cheating. In PFI 10, Puff Puff Speakerbox gives Book this star, which is honestly such a cool character design. I wish they would have kept this like Pommy being purple. In PFI 11, she fights with Coiny. In PFI 12, Bro is fucking dead the entire time. Even she mentions it herself in PFI 13. And by the time of fighting this, it's July 28, and I'm aware that Book is up for elimination in PFI 14. But since the episode hasn't been leaked, I have no idea what she did. And we're done with PFIA. Phew! 2 more seasons ago, which are even bigger. Yay! Oh my gosh, where do I begin? PFP is Book's biggest season by far, as she isn't just in the background half of the episodes. Anyway, before we continue, I think we should talk about Book and Ice Cube. So, these two are very different from the other Free Smarters, cause they are alternatives, which means they get disrespected a lot. So, and in PFP 1, they joined the same team, which is Bleh. She doesn't really do much other than dying of skin. The same goes for PFP 2, but these are changes in PFP 3. This is the start of the biggest arc in PFP. That's right, the biggest arc in the whole season. This arc is often called the Taco Book arc or the Taco Book Lollipop arc, which is about Book not trusting Taco. The arc starts off as a funny joke. Haha, Book doesn't know Taco isn't such a heartbreaker. That's funny. But each episode, the deeper it goes, you begin to realize it's no joke anymore. It's an entire complex story now. In PFP 12, the arc finally becomes more than a silly gag. Book starts to ramble on how Taco is useless and abandoning the team. Then Lollipop joins in and tries to defend Taco. After the challenge, Book sees Taco in the other team because of the challenge. Book goes insane. In PFP 13, she's really becoming a mess. She gets out of her way to make people think Taco is a bad person. So much that Ice Cube doesn't even want to be near her anymore. That's right, Book's best friend is now uncomfortable with her. Later in the episode, Katie talks with Book, asking if yelling at her team and making everybody uncomfortable is who she is. Book then looks at her definition, which becomes negative, which makes Book feel guilty. In PFP 14, when Book tries to confront Taco, Pin comes and calms Book down, making her realize she hasn't let Taco have freedom. And that's when Book snaps. When Taco and Ice Cube are about to get burnt by lava, Book saves them and dies instead. In PFP 5, Taco wants to talk with Book for a recorder, before starts rambling about the cake and steak. In PFP 16, when Taco wants to continue competing in PFP, Book comes and she gets scared, realizes that she has been too harsh on her, and they basically make up by the end of the arc. But I think this is like a really bad end. We Taco would have joined Teapot, cause the split made the arc feel so rushed. There had to be more episodes of Book becoming more accepting to Taco. But still, this was such a great arc for the season. It made Book more than just a free smart alternative. She's a real character with a personality and enemies. And same with Taco. She was an actual nobody at the start of PFP. Also, one thing I have mentioned, Lollipop is also part of this arc, but I don't feel talking about her because the arc is mostly about Book and Taco. Anyways, time to go to... Teapot is also a big season for Book, not as big as PFP, but bigger than PFIA. In Teapot 1, when Book tries to join Sao and Katie, Katie says that she should look for new friends, which Book responds to upset but gives it a chance. Then Pilo takes Book and brings her to Sasnot. Book doesn't do anything special in any of the episodes until in Teapot 10, Book gets reminded of PFP, which instantly makes her remember the time she was a jerk and a mess. And after the challenge, she goes to think about herself. Bryce Tags joins Book and slowly comforts her. And soon enough, they're best friends. And in Teapot 12, Book gets put on the same team as Taggy and Ice Cube. Book tries to confront Ice Cube, but she's still uncomfortable and tries to ignore her. And that's her entire history. Wow, I fucking wrote this chapter for 3 hours straight. I hate life. Anyway, it's time for... Book has this brighter future ahead. She has Price Tag, she has Ice Cube. Now, I think her and Tag's friendship will continue smoothly, but there's something interesting that may happen. Book and Ice Cube. In Teapot 12, Book tried to confront Icy, remember? I think she tried to apologize and get on good terms with Ice Cube again. Well, there's 2 cool possibilities based on which person joins Teapot. First of all, Praise Lady. If Praise Lady joins, she will definitely be put on Team 2 cause Ice is there. There's no reason to not put her there jacket first, I swear! Anyway, if she'd be put on the same team, since Ice Cube is usually uncomfortable around Praise Lady, there could be an arc between the 2. Book and Taggy will most likely be a part of it too, cause Book is close to Ice Cube and Price Tag is close to Book. Anyway, the second possibility is either Match or Pencil. So you know in PFP, Book tried to protect Ice Cube from Pencil and Match because they were abusive. What if in Teapot, she still fears them and constantly tries to ignore them? Would a BFB 18 happen, would they have to face each other off? I think after Depot 11, both Benson and Matt became more soft and friendly characters, so I think they won't be aggressive to book, but rather trying to apologize. And that would be another cool arc, don't you think? So the entire video, I have just talked about book, but this video is about why I like her. Well, now is the time I tell you. First of all, she went through all of this development in the series. While most characters stays the same, she became less aggressive and more caring and outlooking. Another reason why I like her is cause I like underrated characters. People like basketball fans have too many fans these days and you're not even that cool. So, having this small cozy character not a lot of people talk about like Book is comforting. I don't really expect or wish Book to win BFIA, but I'm rooting for any Depot. Even if it's impossible due to her competitors like 3, basketball, fan, snowball and yada yada, I still want her to win. After everything she has gone through the entire series. And I think there is a possibility that BFI 14's voting is still open by the time this is uploaded. So there's still a chance you can change your vote from Book to Ruby, you know. Anyway, you thought this video was over, huh? Nope, we're now entering. Yep, any character needs improvements. Nobody is perfect. The first improvement is Book using her dictionary more. It was really cool in Depot 5 how Pillow changed the definition of gravity so they got best with it. What if Book rewrites things like contestants and other definitions? If the challenge will be a paintball, Book could rewrite her team's paint guns to have longer range or anything. There's so many possibilities with Book and rewriting definitions. Check its AFI. You already make Perfect feel different based on what's inside of her. This Book thing is a no-brainer. Sure, it makes a whole about, but come on, you had D-drop. Book also has so much potential by reminding her past. In Depot 12, she's known to be aggressive again when Taki brings up her and Lifeskip's past. So what if her aggressive persona reappears in episodes from time to time when she's reminded of BFB? Anyway, you got to comment even more stuff the Depot crew could do with her. I'm really active in the comment section and respond to almost everybody. And that brings us to... Thanks for watching this small ramble video about Book. This is by far my biggest video yet. I've never written a video with 5 pages, believe it or not. So, if you would like to support me, check out my channel and maybe subscribe. I create a lot of these cool commentary videos. Recently made a robot analysis video and I was controversies of Drama Iceberg. So go check them out, and if you'd like to fund these videos, check out my Patreon. It's only $1.99. Okay, bye! I love you!